Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. So to make this headband bow, I have this strip of fabric. It's about 32 inches by 3.5 inches. I have my 1 inch elastic, which is 19 inches long. Then I have two pieces of fabric. One is about 5.5 by 10.5 inches and the other is 7 by 14 inches. So let's get started. I'm going to be folding this long strip in half like this, and I'll be stitching on it. I stitched with about 0.25 inches. Then I'm going to be turning it inside out with my safety pin. Then after turning this, I'll give it a good press, making sure the seam is at the center. Then I'll be inserting my elastic with my safety pin inside it. Then after inserting the elastic, I'll make sure I secure one end of the elastic with the fabric so that I don't lose the elastic inside the piece of fabric. So I'm going to be securing that end and I'll continue with inserting the elastic all the way. So once I get to the other end, I'll remove my safety pin. Then I'll be stitching my elastic, the one left out, on the other side of the fabric. Just watch what I do here. I'll be stitching it on the other side to secure the elastic. In order to have a clean finish, I would now be tucking in that rough edge into the other side of my fabric. Like I'm tucking the right part of it into the left part of it, if you get what I'm saying, just like that, just as seen in the video. But before doing that, I'll make sure I fold the rough edge of the left part in a bit. I just folded it in with about 0.5, so I'll take it again. I stitched my elastic on the right side, then I'll be folding in the left side by 1/2 inch, and I'll be inserting my right side into the left. This is just to ensure that you have clean finish and you don't have rough edges on your band. So I'll be picking the smaller piece of fabric and I'm going to be stitching on that side, but I'll be leaving a space of 2 inches. This will help me turn the fabric inside out when I'm done. Then I'll push this seam to the center and I will stitch down the both sides as well. So I'll be notching the edges slightly so I can get my corners. Then I'll be turning it inside out with the aid of that 2 inch space that I left earlier. So I'll be doing the same thing to the bigger piece, and then I'll give both a good press. You can see me turning out the corners with my scissors properly so that I can have sharp edge. Yeah, so I'm doing the same thing. I stitch down, I leave 2 inches space, then I'll be stitching on the sides and I'll be cutting those corners, but don't cut through your seam. I'll be cutting the corner so that I can get a sharp corner. So that's that. I have both pieces ready now, so I'll be finding the midpoint of both the smaller one and the bigger one. For the bigger one, the midpoint is 3. I'll be marking that with my chalk and making a straight line faintly with my chalk and my ruler. So I'll be placing the center fronts of both. I'll make sure they match. Then I'll go ahead and take my needle and thread, and I'll just be making gather stitch on that center line that I drew on both pieces. You can see how I place the smaller piece on the bigger piece. Yes, that's how you want to place it. So I'll just make gather stitch on the center line, and I'm going to be pulling my thread, yes, just like that, to form the bow. So afterwards I will be securing this stitch just like that, and I'll be knotting it at the back. You can just secure it as much as you want. I went the extra mile and I tied it up again just to make sure it's secured. So I'll be placing this double bow on that part that I stitched on my headband. So I'll be covering up that part. But before then, this is the strip I'll be using to cover it up. That strip is 2 inches by about 6 inches, so I'll be stitching that on the wrong side, turning it out, and I will use that to cover up, yes, my seam. But I'll first be sewing it the other way around. If you get what I'm saying, I'll be sewing that strip, this small strip, the other way around, I mean the wrong side. Then after stitching, I would not be turning it inside out. This is just to have a clean finish. So I'll be placing the right side of that little strip against the right side of my bow. Then after stitching tightly, I'll be turning it over to the right side so that that stitch would not show. It's just as simple as that. So this is the end result of the bow. It looks so beautiful. FYI, this bow I made it for a 6-year-old girl, so you might want to adjust your measurements if you are making for a younger child or an older child. Thank you so much for watching. Please subscribe. Bye.